Welcome back, focused learners. Get ready because today's explainer is an absolute monster. We are breaking down Apple's staggering WWDC 2026 keynote. And look, if you follow the tech space at all, you know the expectations this year were just sky high. But Apple didn't just meet them, they completely rewrote the playbook. We are talking about massive ecosystem shifts, a totally re-architected AI framework, and foundational updates that are literally going to change how we interact with our devices every single day. We're going to cut right through the fluff and look directly at the data, the new features, and the underlying architecture that actually matters.
Tim Cook kicked off the event by saying there are, quote, introducing new technologies and innovations that push the limits of what's possible. And honestly, that perfectly sets the stakes here. Apple isn't just throwing out a routine software update. They are actively pushing the absolute boundaries of localized computing and privacy. They're rewriting the rules to create these incredibly seamless, powerful user experiences. Okay, let's dive into this explainer's roadmap. First up, welcome to macOS Golden Gate. 2, trust and child safety. 3, the Apple Intelligence era. 4, meet your new Siri. And finally 5, smarter apps and photos.
Section 1. Welcome to macOS Golden Gate, sweating the details and refining foundations.
So Apple went incredibly deep into memory usage, networking, and CPU utilization to deliver some honestly mind-blowing performance jumps. Check this out. iPhone and iPad apps, they're now launching up to 30% faster because the system is actually preloading key data in the background. Loading new photos into your massive library, that's up to 70% faster now. And if you rely on AirDrop like we all do, those transfers are speeding up by a whopping 80%. Basically, this means way less time staring at loading screens and a lot more time actually getting things done. Now, you might be wondering why these back-end details matter quite so much to the broader ecosystem. Well, Apple completely optimized their advanced CPU scheduler to be just wildly efficient when handling heavy workloads. And it's actually so efficient that it allowed them to bring iOS 17 all the way back to the iPhone 11. I mean, wow, that is a massive win for backward compatibility, and it ensures a completely huge user base is going to get access to these snappy upgrades.
Moving right along to Section 2. Trust and child safety, empowering parents with intuitive controls.
If you're a parent managing a child's device, Apple has built a really clear, logical journey for you. Step 1 is absolutely the most critical part, creating a child account. This instantly blocks adult websites and enforces age-appropriate media right out of the gate. Step 2 uses the super easy setup assistant where you grant access to specific apps, so you can start really small and just add more as they grow up. And then Step 3 introduces these highly flexible time allowances, which is brilliant because it even lets you set entirely different schedules for school days versus the weekend.
But what's really fascinating here is the massive shift in web access. Apple is taking that proven Ask to Buy feature we all know from the App Store, and they're expanding it directly into Safari with Ask to Browse. So if a child under 13 wants to check out a new website, they actually have to send a request to their parent first. The parent can then review the site and approve it right there from Messages. It totally flips the script from a reactive block list to proactive, thoughtful approval.
And to take that proactive shielding even further, Apple gave communication safety a major update. You know, it used to just blur nudity, but now it automatically intervenes before kids can see any gore or violent content in shared images or videos. It's just a really crucial layer of passive protection running in the background.
All right, Section 3. And this is really the centerpiece of this explainer, the Apple Intelligence era. AI centered around you and your privacy.
To actually pull off this new era, Apple announced a massive collaboration with Google, leveraging their Gemini models to power these integrated system-wide experiences. So the crucial point is really understanding this concept called private cloud compute. Basically, when your device needs more processing juice than it has locally, it taps into these highly secure servers. But unlike pretty much every other AI provider out there, your data is never stored. It is completely inaccessible to Apple or literally anyone else. It's used strictly to execute your specific request, and then boom, it's gone. This architecture right here is the absolute bedrock of Apple's non-negotiable privacy promise. You see, Apple Intelligence isn't just some separate app you have to go open. It is coordinated deep within the operating system itself by a brand new system orchestrator. It brilliantly combines broad world knowledge with your own personal context, securely cross-referencing your notes, your emails, your photos. Add in on-screen awareness and app actions, and you suddenly have an AI that actually understands what you are doing in real time and has the exact tools to help you complete really complex, multi-step tasks. Section 4. Meet your new Siri. Profoundly more capable and conversational.
Powered by this gorgeous, fluid new design and some incredibly expressive new voices, Siri is now deeply, deeply contextual. During the keynote, Apple posed this fantastic real-world scenario that just hit the nail on the head. Imagine you just ask your phone, "Where's Jeff's new place?" Right? You don't have his address saved in your contacts, and you honestly don't even remember which app he sent it to you in. You're just asking a completely spontaneous, highly personal question out loud.
Well, Siri AI just solves that problem instantly. Thanks to that system orchestrator we just talked about, it dynamically searches your photos to figure out the context, securely scans your messages to find the exact address he sent you like 3 weeks ago, and then seamlessly pulls from maps to build your route. It's acting as a deeply integrated personal agent, just solving the problem for you without you needing to open a single app. It's honestly like magic. Siri AI also gets this huge upgrade called visual intelligence. So now you can trigger a new Siri mode right in your iPhone's camera app, or use a quick keyboard shortcut on macOS to take immediate action on whatever is physically in front of your lens or on your screen. Point your camera at a restaurant bill to instantly split the tab using Apple Cash, which totally saves you from doing that super awkward dinner math, or point it at a plate of food to get instant nutritional insights. It literally connects the physical world straight to your digital tools in a snap. Let's move on to our fifth and final section, smarter apps and photos, enhancing daily tasks and creativity. This whole hybrid AI architecture trickles down to revolutionize the stock apps you use every single day, like Mail and Safari. But man, the new editing tools in Photos are just staggering. The cleanup tool now uses this incredibly realistic generative infill to just wipe away distractions. You can use Extend to expand the borders of an image and fix a crooked horizon without actually having to crop anything out. But the absolute standout feature has to be spatial reframing. This leverages on-device visionOS spatial models to let you literally shift the camera perspective, tilt the angle, or even fix someone's eye contact long after the photo has already been taken, filling in the edges seamlessly. It's literally like going back in time to adjust your camera lens. It's wild. And finally, look at how Apple Intelligence just totally removes the friction from complex OS workflows. Shortcuts has always been an incredibly powerful app, but let's be real, building automations used to feel kind of like coding. Now, you just use natural language. You literally just type something like, "When I leave work, text Pedro my ETA and play my favorite podcast." And Apple Intelligence instantly strings together maps, messages, and music to build that exact custom automation for you right there on the fly. No coding required. And really, that brings us right to the core of WWDC 2026. Apple didn't just build another chatbot. No, they integrated highly contextual, localized AI directly into the very nervous system of your devices. So as you digest all these massive ecosystem leaps today, I want you to ask yourself this. With AI now so deeply woven into the fabric of our daily personal tasks, is Apple's private cloud compute and on-device privacy-first approach the ultimate future of artificial intelligence? Let that sink in. Thanks for joining me on this explainer today, Focused Learners. Keep exploring, and I'll catch you in the next one.